Hey there, it's Ace. Welcome back to Project Zomboid. Build 42 unstable, as the build says, and I understand now. When I was out in Louisville and we had that crash to desktop, and I came back to the farm, I found a number of liquid containers that no longer registered as liquid containers, and I'll show you one of those in just a moment. But I thought I'd fixed it. I had to jump into debug mode and fix gates and fences that had gotten knocked down by animals who no longer had water because their water containers no longer held any more than 50 milliliters of water. So I got it all fixed and changed out water, built brand new ones in creative. We can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I built them, and then I triggered a rainstorm so that they'd get some water in them, and I rebuilt the fences, and I brought all the animals back, and I thought we were, more or less done with the issue, although I found some more containers that needed to be taken care of. But in my last play session, if you go and you watched that, you'd saw that at some point the game got really laggy, and I thought, well, I just need to restart the game. So I went ahead and did that. It was still laggy. So I left the episode saying, hey, look, so I'm going to go ahead and reboot the computer entirely, and I'll be back. And I wasn't back right away. So here we are the next day. I'm posting this because I came back in to check it out. It still seemed like it wasn't really running very smoothly. And I just started running around the property to, see if it solved itself. And I came upon the chicken coop. The chicken coop. Suffice it to say, we did not hatch all these chickens. So, I'm unclear what's happened here, but we now have, I don't know. I'm going to get. I mean, they seem to be legitimate chickens. There's eggs, just a ludicrous amount of eggs in here, lying around on the ground. When I go and I right click on this zone, and I say, well, I can't even. Yeah, see. I'm not even sure that I can get down to the show me the zone because there's that many chickens in the thing. So I'm going to jump back into creative mode. I'm going to see if I can eliminate all of the chickens without actually having to slaughter each one, things like that, because obviously that would just take forever. But this may be the end of Tripura Farm for now. I may wait until the next build comes out, or maybe until it no longer says unstable on it, or maybe there'll be some bug fixes in the future, and I come back to the farm and continue it. But for now, this is going to be it for Tripura. I'm going to run down here just for posterity's sake and say this is what the containers look like, so that if somebody's going back and looking at this later, or myself, I can point to this piece of the video. So here we can see when I'm looking at a container that it shows that it's a water bucket, that it contains liquid that's tainted, and it shows me a capacity for liquid and how much of that capacity is currently taken up. And when I go down here to watering cans, which I also found were affected, I can do the same thing. I can look at it and I can see that there's 8 liters of capacity, it's 8 liters are taken up, and there's the water bar. But I had forgotten about these, and so I was thinking maybe it was containers outside, but no, I've got these containers down here, these same watering cans that I had put animal blood into with my very first butchering, because I wasn't sure what animal blood was used for. So here they are, and when you hover over them, you can see that there is no sort of liquid capacity. It just says watering can, it's encumbrance, and then I get the tooltip, but no capacity. So, and if I pick it up, there's, well, it shouldn't be 2 encumbrance because it is actually, in theory, full of blood, or at least it was full of blood. But there it is, and I can't, I get no liquid options on it. I get no fluid transfer, nothing like that. It's just become a static piece of art instead of an actual functional watering can. So that's what the cans look like after the crash, and you can see that, well, maybe you can't see it because it's a control issue. As I'm moving around, I can just feel that lag. I can feel that the responses aren't sharp, that there's a little bit of a delay on everything I do. And oh boy, trying to drive a car is is like it's like you're drunk, basically. When you pull out, everything doesn't take place when you think it should. When you let go of the button, there's still a delay. When you push the button, there's delays. It's just super laggy. And well, now that I'm up here, I see why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this here, and I'm gonna say that Tripura will still exist. I'm not gonna delete the save. I'll come back to it for sure when there's some patches and so on. But in the meantime, I might go ahead and be able to clean this up with debug mode, and then I might continue the series. I did a series previously on Aska, and I have my Aska folks asking me to come back and continue it, and Aska just dropped a major update, so that's probably where I'm going to put a little bit of my time here, doing some more Aska content. But Tripura Farm will remain important to me, and I'll come back to it at some point, sooner or later. That's going to be it. This is Ace. This is not how I wanted the series to end, but it is an unstable build, so it's not to be unexpected that we'll find some stuff. All right. Appreciate you coming along for the ride, and I never got a single comment on any of these except for some scammy Binance comments that I had to delete. So if you did enjoy it, you do want me to come back to this series, please let me know, because if I don't hear from anybody, then I don't know that anybody was enjoying it. Thank you. It's been a great ride. It's been a lot of hours on the farm, and we'll come back to it at some point. This is Ace. For the last time, I'm out of here. Maybe for the last time. You know what? Not for the last time. For now, I'm out of here. Thanks for coming along.